Persona people and the RWBY shit. Now I'm gonna insert like a clip that'll be a segue to the rest of it. I don't know why I'm doing this. Out of all the fighting games I've played, this one makes me the most comfortable. It's probably because it's really simple to get into and it's very beginner friendly, and if you're a RWBY main, it's probably the easiest game you've ever played. I'm a RWBY main. I'm into that degenerate shit. It's too easy. It's too fucking easy. I just do the same thing, bring out assist, and repeat. 2018. That was the time I really started paying attention to Arc System Works. Because, you know, Dragon Ball FighterZ. A lot of people started paying attention to Arc System Works around this time. This is like their biggest thing. Fucking Dragon Ball? Yeah, they had Guilty Gear and BlazBlue, but it's fucking Dragon Ball, dog. If it wasn't catching the attention of the hardcore players, it was definitely catching the attention of the simps. And that's simp as in simpleton, not as, according to Urban Dictionary, a crybaby who can't get pussy, no matter how hard he tries. Yo, am I a simp?
Simps be simpin'.
So back in 2017, our good friends at Rooster Teeth were cock-teasing the idea of a RWBY fighting game. And naturally, I was excited at first, but then a little skeptical because the last time they released the game was this shit, and it was really bad. But then I also thought, what if it's that one game that Arc System Works that they wanted to make about a year ago, and, you know, shit was just turning in my head, and I was just like, this could be it. This could be the thing that saves RWBY video games, because again, they just had the one, and it was bad. EVO 2017 finally happens, and at some point during the event, because I didn't watch it that year, they played this trailer. And stop about right there. Yeah, people went nuts over this. See, I'm not lying. You can tell I'm not lying because I pulled footage from the reaction at the actual tournament when people were screaming and they're really excited for this. I'm not lying to you, seriously. And you know, it was crazy. You know, it's tag team mechanics, all these franchises, and you know, me being the guy I was like, hey, it's Yu Narukami from Persona, this guy from BlazBlue, and this guy. Who is this guy? What the fuck is Under Night? And then at the very end, they showed RWBY, and well, yeah, it wasn't the RWBY standalone fighting game that I wanted, but this is cool enough. Persona, RWBY, these two other things, it was enough to get me invested and follow the game until release. Then they announced Aftercast would be DLC, and people got mad about that. I assume it was so they could get the game ready for tournaments and stuff, but like half the cast and not even the main four of RWBY were in the game at base. It was kind of weird. Personally, it wasn't that much of an issue, well, at least until I found out that the game would be $40 at retail, and they'd release the rest of the characters as a $20 season pass, and Yang and Blake would be free, so you know, it worked out. Regardless, about the game day one, along with the DLC pass, and you know, the first thing I hopped on, instead of, you know, training mode and trying to get good at the game, I hopped on the story mode, and yeah, it's a whatever story, but I don't think it was trying to excel in storytelling, but rather character interactions, which this game nails to a fucking T. If I somehow hadn't made it clear at this point, I really like RWBY and Persona, so just seeing like those two universes interact with one another in such a organic way, it's just awesome. It makes me giddy every time I see it, honestly. Fucking you and RWBY and RWBY and Aegis, the shit just, I love it. Even seeing them interact with characters that I didn't know about half the BlazBlue or any of the Under Night characters, but just seeing the interactions, like, I don't know, I can't really explain it. I just like seeing Ragnar telling RWBY to shut the fuck up, cause hey, I feel that way too, man. Shut the fuck up! Then there's like this screenshot from the end of the Persona story where there's just like all these characters going to Yasugami High, and it's just like, bro, I love it.
Justice will be swift.
Justice will be painful.
It will be delicious.
Oh, yay.
I live for shit like this. Which is why whenever I play Smash, it kind of bums me out that characters don't get to interact on the same level. Like, the closest thing we have is, you know, Fox and Falco talking to each other, and then Lucina talking shit to her fucking, like, ancestors. Stupid ass bitch. We're being rude. Now, when it comes to playing a game from a competitive standpoint, I'm mid as fuck. I get my ass slapped on a regular occasion. But losing in the game doesn't make me upset at all. It makes me actually kind of happy. Because whenever I lose to, like, a really good player online, I take that opportunity to learn how to play the game better, and I usually end up matching up or, you know, being a little better by the end of our set. So, you know, it's accomplishing. So that's basically what I meant at the start of the video when I said this game makes me feel good. I'm mostly an on-the-fly kind of player, meaning that I usually just hop into things online and then learn things as I go. How effective that is, I don't know. I was originally going to end off the video here, but I decided to talk about the actual finishers, well, at least the new ones. In BlazBlue, they had these instant kill moves that you could pull off when you met a certain requirement within the fight. Persona 4 Arena had the same thing, so if you played either of those games, you'll notice that the animations and attacks are from the original games. Under Night didn't have instant kill moves, well, as far as I know, so they just repurposed their highest level supers to do the same thing, and they fill their role pretty well. So that leaves the RWBY cast, Yumi, and Blitztank to get completely new ones. I won't go into super detail explaining the deep reference or whatever. It'll just be a quick fast rating. Meh. I like Neo's because she gives a smile before the stab. It's alright. Yumi goes ice skating, and I like that. Meh. And this is basically a giant fuck you laser. Kinda bummed me out that the RWBY cast had pretty underwhelming finishers, but hey, I'll live. I'll be honest and say I expected this game to have been dead by now. I just didn't see any people care about it or talk about it when it came out. Fortunately, this game seems to have quite a bit of life in it with the 2.0 update, adding in more fates, expanding upon the existing ones. And if a RWBY fighting game isn't currently in the works because of this game, I'm fine with it, though I would like a few more RWBY characters. I am down for Crow or Raven, hell even Cinder, despite me not really caring for her. Her potential moveset would be pretty dope. And really, at this point, they might as well bring in the rest of the Under Night and Persona Arena characters. We're only short 6 from each game. Personally, I'm holding up for Margaret. I mean, come on, we already have Elizabeth here. Might as well get the Velvet Room attendees. And bring in this girl. I know she's not an Under Night character, but I know her from Under Night, and I just like the way she shoots the gun. With that, I am done. I've talked enough. If you watched the entire video, I thank you. I am hoping to become better with editing videos and all this stuff. Anyway, have yourself a good one.
Congratulations!